Grandma, have you ever figured out why people tend to change clothes sizes during Christmas?
Yeah, I have.
Does it have
Anything to do with what I'm
anything to
about to
do with
make? Yes,
it?
it does.
That looks like graham crackers
And
and
saltines.
saltines to me,
That's
Grandmama.
right.
And
I found the recipe. It's called Brickle. Or some people call it Brickle. Some people call it uh toffee bars. Some people, it's got lots of different names. And some make it with club crackers, some make it with saltines, some make it with graham crackers. So today I thought, well, I would just make it with two different kinds of crackers. I got saltines right here and graham crackers right here. So I'm just going to have a little bit of both worlds today and see which one's the best. I've done it with the club crackers and I've done it with saltines, but I've never done it with the graham crackers. But we're going to try it today. I know it's going to be good. And I'm using milk chocolate English toffee bits, and I'm using pecans. And honey, if you'll come over here, I've got 2 sticks of softened butter that I'm going to put in my pan. And it's just it's a caramel that we are making. And I'm going to melt my butter. I'm going to put a cup of brown sugar in it. And I'm going to bring it to a boil. I'm going to cook it for 3 minutes. It's kind of like if y'all watched my video on the Brickle or the brittle Chex Mix or the praline Chex Mix, whichever one you want to call it. It's similar to that. I'm going to melt my butter and my brown sugar, and I'm going to now with my Chex Mix, I only let it cook 1 minute. This, after it comes to a boil, I'm going to let it cook 3 minutes, 3 or 4 minutes, probably 3 minutes. And then I'm going to pour it over my crackers. I'm going to put it in a 325-degree oven for from 5 to 10 minutes. So we're going to see how long it takes. It's according to your oven, how hot your oven is. So mine is pretty much, I have a temperature gauge in mine, and mine is pretty much spot on at 325 degrees or 350. So, all right, and I've got this on medium high right now, and I'm going to let it melt. And then we put our we take it out, then we're going to put chocolate chips. And I forgot to get my chocolate chips. I got to go get them. But okay, this is melted. I'm going to put my 1 cup of brown sugar in there. And this is high test. This is real brown sugar. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this in a airtight container, and I'm going to put it in the dining room, and I'm going to hide it from Roy.
is that because you want it next weekend?
I want it this weekend
This,
for Christmas.
yeah.
Yes. So, so I'm going to hide this one. But okay, it's going to take this a minute to come up to a boil. And while that's happening, I'm going to go get my chocolate chips, and then we'll be right back with you.
Is it getting ready, Grandmama?
It is. It's beginning to boil, as you can see. And I've been busy, so I really wasn't stirring it the whole time. But I'm going to stir it and get my butter incorporated in it. I was trying to get all my chocolate chips together. I had a couple of packs of different ones. So, okay, now I'm going to put it on 3 minutes. And I'm just going to let it boil for 3 minutes. And I'm going to stir it the whole time, or pretty much the whole time. When you stir something that's boiling like this, it keeps it from getting as hot because you're stirring your bubbles down, and it's not getting as hot as it would if you just let it boil. So I think I'm just fixing to just let it do its thing. Now, you don't put baking soda in this one. The one I did with the Chex Mix, you put baking soda in it. But this one, you don't. And so in peanut brittle, pecan brittle, which pecan brittle is our favorite. We love it better than we do peanut brittle. And I may do some of that just to show you what it's like. You make it exactly like you do peanut brittle, you just use pecans. And because we have so many pecans here, then that's what we use most of the time. Honey, if you want to show them what it looks like in the pan. See, it's just
Turning into a
turning
goo.
to caramel. Yep. Yep.
I call that goo. You call it
Yeah,
caramel.
I do. And when I after the 3 minutes, then I'm gonna put a teaspoon of vanilla in it, pour it over my crackers, and put it in the oven for like 5, 6, 7 minutes. We'll see how long it takes. Okay, I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit, but I'm just gonna let it continue to cook. And we got 2 more minutes, and then we're gonna pour it over our crackers. Okay, I'm putting my. Ooh, listen to that.
How much was that you put in there?
1 teaspoon.
Okay.
I'm going to stir it up good. Now, let me move this. You just put it on here the best you can. You don't have to, you do have to cover everything, but as it stays in the oven, it's going to kind of spread out. So you don't take your spoon and try to spread it, because when you do that, then you'll mess up your crackers. You'll get them all out of place. So just put this on here. You try to get it as even as you can. So when it's in the oven, it's going to spread and it's going to cover everything. Whew, this already looks good. I'm anxious to try it with the graham crackers. I never have before, but I'm anxious to see how good it is. Okay. I am going to spread it just a little bit, but you have to be really careful because you don't want to disturb your crackers any. Okay. All right. Now, as you can see, it didn't cover them all, but it will, because when it's in the oven, it's going to spread out over all your crackers. I'm just going to try to get it in the corners a little bit. Okay, I got these crackers in there pretty good to where they're stable. They're not gonna move much. And if some of your crackers around the edge don't get caramel on them, that's fine. You just take them off, or you just eat them with just a little bit of caramel. Okay, 325-degree oven. I'm going to set my timer for 5 minutes, and I'm going to check them. And if I think they're ready, then I'm going to take them out. I'm going to put chocolate chips over them. I'm going to let them sit for about 5 minutes because they'll be so hot. It's going to melt the chocolate chips. I'm sure you've seen people make it before. And you just spread the chocolate chips. It'll be melted. You just spread it over it. And then I am going to sprinkle it with some toffee bits and some pecans. So we'll be back in about 5 minutes.
Grandmama, looks like the oven did a good job on that.
It did. Okay, mine stayed in there 8 minutes, but now you have to check your oven. 5 minutes may be good with your oven. I've got a half a pack. It calls for 12 ounces of chocolate chips. I've got a half a pack of semi-sweet And then I've got some milk chocolate. So I'm just going to mix there's 6 ounces here, and I need 6 more ounces. So I'm just going to mix my semi-sweet and my milk chocolate. Now, I prefer all semi-sweet, but I don't have it. So we're going to do, that was 6 ounces, and I'm going to do about 6 ounces of the milk chocolate. And I'm spreading it all around so they'll mix together and maybe taste more like semi-sweet than milk chocolate. But if you prefer all semi-sweet, if you prefer all milk chocolate, that's just up to you. Okay, that's probably, now this stuff is hot, 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 I'm telling you. All right, that's about a half a pack, so that's about 6 ounces. All right, I'm going to let this sit here for about 5 minutes, and the heat from the caramel is going to soften all these chocolate chips. And then I am going to take my offset spatula here, and I will spread it all around, and then I am going to sprinkle milk chocolate English toffee bits and some pecans on top. So we'll be back in about 5 minutes. Just don't get real close.
Mario. There you are, Grandmama.
Okay. All right. I waited about 5 minutes. And now I'm spreading my chocolate all around. And I'm going to get in the corners really well. Okay. Oh, this looks good. Delicious, as a matter of fact. So good.
The heat's still melting them.
Yeah, it is. That's the reason I'm still spreading, because it's still melting them. Yeah. And sometimes if your chocolate chips are a little old, it doesn't melt. But as you can see, they're getting more and more melted the more I spread. I still got a few that didn't melt like I want them to, but that's all right. I could put them back in the oven and get them melting, but I'm not. Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to take some of my English toffee bits, and I'm going to spread around on top. If it's not good enough like it is, which is absolutely going to be delicious just like this without putting any toppings on it.
Well, if you want the toffee, that's the only reason you would do this, I guess. Isn't it?
Yeah. Well, your caramel's kind of a toffee-like, but this is just a little extra, just to make it pretty, really. Okay, now you take your pecans and you spread them over that. And you can use any nut that you want. It doesn't have to be pecans. Okay, now after I do all this, I'm going to put it in the refrigerator. I'm going to let it cool down a little bit, and then I'm going to put it in the refrigerator for like probably 15-20 minutes, just so it sets up really, really good. Did I put my pecans on it? Had I already put my pecans? Yeah. Okay, all right. Now then, I'm just going to take my spatula and kind of press these down in it just a little bit. Like that. Whew. My, that looks scrumptious.
Looks great.
Wow. I'm going to put a few more pecans right in here and along the edge and right there. Okay. I'm going to let it cool, and after it cools off enough that I can put it in the fridge, I'm going to put it in the fridge for like about 15 minutes and let that toffee and let the chocolate really set up good. So, but when I start to break it up, then I'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like on a platter. So we'll see y'all in a few minutes.
Oh, that looks good, Grandmama.
Doesn't it? Now, I put wax paper down, but I don't think I will next time because it's kind of wanting to stick to the wax paper, so I'll just spray my pan good. But it's coming off. It'll come off the wax paper, but there was no need for it. So you just go under and just break it off. You can do it. See, the wax paper kind of stuck, but it just peels right off. So don't put wax paper. You getting some, aren't you?
Ooh, that's good, Grandmama.
Now that one was the this one is the graham cracker one. So what you do is peel the wax paper off. If you put it, don't put wax paper down because I'm having to peel that off. But you just break it in little pieces like that. You can make it as big or as little as you want. I'm gonna let you taste of the saltine one too. It's on this end.
That's good.
Isn't it good? Okay.
Now, it do have sugar in it.
Oh yeah, it's brown sugar. All right, I'm gonna get you one with the saltine.
I've got one.
Oh, you do? Okay. I like the saltines better because it's the sweet and salty. Definitely do not put wax paper. But it's peeling off, so it's fine.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Woo!
You like the saltines better?
I don't like them better. I just like them both.
I like the saltines better because I like that sweet and salty. Okay.
Like asking me if I like my left or right hand better. I sort of like them both.
Oh, me. Y'all can see I'm dealing with wax paper here. So I'm telling you, don't put parchment paper and don't put wax paper. Just spray your pan good. But it just peels right off. So it's all right. All right. If y'all want some delicious snack, make you some of this. It is so good. So good.
Yep, for your guests who want sugar.
You can use club crackers, you can use saltines, you can use graham crackers.
Ritz.
Yeah, I guess you could. Yeah, I'm sure you could. You can use any kind of cracker you want. And you just break it up and any size piece that you want. A small piece, medium sized piece, whatever. And this is delicious. Okay. So I'm just going to keep breaking this up.
There it is, folks. Some of both kinds right there. Isn't that beautiful?
And you know what you can do? And it would really be good, especially on the graham crackers. Crush you up some peppermint, some little candy canes.
Yeah.
Crush up some candy canes, and instead of the nuts and the brickle or the toffee bits, your crushed up candy canes would be delicious with that chocolate.
Peppermint.
Yep. I would have done that if I had thought about it early.
Well, I have eaten yours done that way before, and it's delicious.
Yeah. But the candy cane would be really, really good. So I'm just going to keep breaking this up and putting it on my platter, and I'm going to put it in an airtight container, and I'm going to store it for Christmas. So thank y'all for joining me this afternoon and helping me make these. Share this video, hit that little notification bell, subscribe to my channel, and remember, food feeds the family, family feeds the heart, God feeds the soul. I hope y'all have a Merry, Merry Christmas, and we will see y'all probably again before Christmas, but if not, I love y'all, and thank you for joining me.